Hey guys, Silverlord here, back again with another action figure review, and today I'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Target exclusive. And normally I don't do this, but in this case we're going to say, oh jeez, Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage movie Venom figure. This of course brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro. I almost said McFarlane Toys. Probably because I did a buttload of DC Multiverse figures before we mixed things up a bit this past week with the Bad Batch from the Black Series and whatnot. But yeah, we have another movie Venom figure. Is it necessary? I'm going to tell you right now, no. Review's over. No. Please stay tuned and watch, because I have a lot to say about Target and their bullshit regarding their exclusives as of late. As in, where the hell are they? Like, what the crap's going on over there at the Target? I mean, I've been looking for Warbird and the retro card Carnage for probably 3 months now. Nothing. Not even a price tag. They're never available on the app. This guy, Mr. Brian, aka my dad, aka the old man, walked in today as the time I'm recording this, which of course is way in advance if you know how this channel works. But he walked in today, he found a few of them, a couple of them, and I picked it up because I didn't want to miss out, because I wanted this guy to go with the Carnage. And I like Venom, so obviously I have no problem picking up another one. So with that being said, before we get too far ahead of ourselves with any more side rants or tangents, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review, take a look, see it all Venom has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with a pair of fisticuffs. A couple of fisticuffs there, as well as the closed mouth head. Looks fine. He's actually packaged with this, whereas the old one I think is packaged with the head with the tongue. And then we have these symbiote thingies that peg into his back, like so. He's got the ports on his back, a la the King in Black Venom. And what you do is you plug these in. You attempt to plug them in. They're a little weird to line up at first, but once you do it once, it's fine. Oh wow, that's not really snapping in there. What the heck? Ah, there we go. I was gonna say, these aren't loose. I would have said something about that by now. There we go. And there you go. There he is with his symbiote head game on fleek, or Riz, whatever the kids say. These are cool, I think. But are they worth the price of admission? I don't know. That's up to you. I'm a big enough Venom fan to where I'll justify having it, but I think most people would have rather gotten a slightly more movie accurate, and I say slightly because I don't think the first one was inherently inaccurate to the point where we needed this, but the veins are more movie accurate on this one than they are in the other one. But I think most people would have either preferred some ports to plug in back here, or just to have a regular movie Venom again, as opposed to some weird thing that I don't even remember him doing in the movie. So, as far as articulation on this guy goes, his head will look up and down a little bit. It's on a double ball peg, but it's not the best. I think Carnage, the movie Carnage, still has the best double ball peg Hasbro's ever given us. And then he's got some tilt, he's got rotation. His shoulders will go up pretty far. Down. It'll rotate all the way around. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got double elbow. The bottom joint's really stiff. And he's got swivel in the wrist with a hinge. Moving this up. He's got a diaphragm joint and an inverted ab crunch. The diaphragm joint will move back that far. It'll move forward pretty good. Tilt side to side. Not too loose either. Ab crunch will click that far back. That far forward. And that's how much you get going forward with both the diaphragm and the ab crunch. Nice tight torso. It's not, rock solid, but it's not loose and floppy. His hips will kick forward, won't kick back hardly at all. They kick out okay. He's got a thigh cut, double knee, and then he does have a hinge in the foot with a rocker. And he's got those crazy clawed feet that people cringe at the sight of. As well as, pretty sure he's got them anyways. Does he not have peg holes? I'm tripping, right? Does he have peg holes? Maybe he does not. I thought he had peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Maybe he doesn't. Interesting. But either way, I like this figure. It's not, top Legends of the Year or anything. I still think the retro card Venom, if any Venom from this year, which there's a whopping 2 of them, I know, but if any Venom's going to get on that type of list, it's going to be that retro card Venom from Walmart. That was significantly easier to get, although on Target.com this guy was available for pre-order up until his release, and then he just nothing. So I don't know what's going on there. I think Target needs to step it up as far as the Marvel game goes. Their DC game's on point. You can find those pretty easily. And the G.I. Joe game is even on point for the most part. You can find those pretty easily, but for whatever reason, the Marvel Legends is just not showing up at my store, at least. But, I'm hop, skipping to jump away from Canada, which still has Toys R Us, and apparently aisles full of Carnages and Warbirds, so I don't know what's going on there. But at any rate, why don't we move right along, take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is our new and quote-unquote improved, I guess, if you want to call it that, Movie Venom, alongside the previous Movie Venom we got from the fine folks over at Hasbro, as well as the deluxe Carnage from Let There Be Carnage, of course, which is also where this new Venom hails from, if you weren't paying attention earlier. And yeah, of course, I think Venom and Carnage scale well together. We already discussed that in the Carnage video. And just to give you a bit of a comparison between the first one and the new one, I don't think there's enough new, different, whatever you call it, accurate, we'll say, for lack of a better term, going on with this new one to really warrant having both. I just like the Venom movies and the Venom characters, so that's why I got them. The symbiote heads, they're different, but he's got those ruddy big ports on the back, and most people probably would have preferred this guy not to have those. So, pick your poison, I guess, but that's my 2 cents on the matter. Get these two out of here, though. You can see that this guy has the King in Black 2-pack head with the shit-eating grin on it. Because I think the movie Venom looks really good with that head. I don't know about you. Bringing in our 2 regulars, we have the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibular here, and the infamous Beloved Spawn, who, as usual, usually towers over everyone, but not in this case. Venom is quite a bit taller than good old Al Simmons here. So, with that being said, it is time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and if you have the previous version of good old movie Venom here, I do not think this one has enough going for it to warrant picking it up a second time around. That said, being a massive fan of Venom and the Venom movies myself, I obviously had obligations to pick it up and check it out, but if the symbiote heads don't do it for you and you're content with the other version, there's no reason to buy this. This is pretty much Hasbro's way of reissuing the previous movie Venom figure while also giving you something a little bit old, a little bit reused, while at the same time giving you something a little bit fresh and a little bit new. That said, while it is a little bit more movie accurate as far as the veins on the arms go, I don't think the previous version is inaccurate enough to justify buying it a second time around. So basically, don't buy it. Unless you want to. Because while I like this figure and think it's really cool, I sure as heck didn't need it. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.